I'm like, let's just turn the dwell down. Let's
That
see.
wasn't your idea, dude.
What?
Dude, suck it. Are you kidding me? Lou. I think the intro is really the most awkward part. Okay, so here we go. Got Tyler DeSantis, Tyler NoBoost. I guess another episode, like I'm some fucking big podcaster here. Multiple episodes. This is my second one of all time. Tyler had to bring me his car because, as usual, it was a huge pile of shit.
Still is.
It's the nicest pile of shit that probably on this whole earth, really. It's got the nicest parts, but just never wants to perform right.
Nope.
So Tyler came in, brought the car just for me to break his heart again, right?
Well, I was forced to come in.
You were not forced.
You gave me no choice.
That might be true. All right. So Tyler, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What are you known for? How many baby mamas do you have? How much money do you make? We want to hear it all. Let's go.
I don't even know how to. They just made it awkward.
I didn't make it awkward.
I've never got asked to talk about myself. What is this, a dating website?
Yeah, I'm sure some bitches are out there going to be watching this.
Nah, no bitches. I'm happily taken.
Yeah. So
Trying to get me killed.
Your name's Tyler.
Yeah, that's about it.
Right.
I mean, from Long Island.
Yep. Go on. This is great.
That's it. I just street race and work on cars.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right. What do you do for day to day?
Work on cars.
Sick. Tell me. All right. Here, I'll give you an easy one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me about your car.
It's a piece of shit.
Come on. Let's hear some details. Come on, the super secret big
There's
street
no
racer
secret.
Tyler NoBoost, dude. Everybody's watching. They want to know.
It's just a stock suspension Mustang street car. Well,
Dude.
it was a street car. You know, had a backseat, gas tank. You know, thing used to be copper. Well, I don't even know. That my buddy Jeremy used to own it back in the day when I owned Copper Top, and me and him used to drive around, daily driver. That thing was a pump gas 408 stick shift car, and we used to just cruise around. He would street race it. I would street race my car, and then he sold it to our friend Bobby Rollo.
Wait. Let's stop right there because you just brought something up that I haven't thought about in years.
What we got?
Copper Top.
Oh, dude.
That thing was a legend. What was the combo in that
Well, that's
car?
how I got my name.
Okay.
So I got that car from Staten Island, I think. It was like a motorsport. I don't even know. It might have been a stock block 302 with a turbo, whatever. It was like on a Anderson PMS. I didn't know anything about shit. I was just doing burnouts everywhere with it. And then, you know.
What year is this?
I was fresh out of high school, so 2010-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, it couldn't be, I want to say 2012, the latest.
Okay.
Or the earliest, whatever way.
Because Copper Top turned into a legend in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, so, well, hold on. So I used to daily drive that car, fucking doing burnouts everywhere, and I was actually, me and Rooney were not really beefing, but he had his Nova at the time. You guys know Rooney.
Yeah. The same Nova?
Yeah. He had that thing since we were in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember we were on the bus, and he's like, I'm going to get that car.
That's like a 74 Nova, right?
Yeah, it's the ugliest.
Yeah, it's the ugliest one.
Oh, my God.
Love Rooney.
We peeled the
Ugly
roof.
car.
We peeled the top off in my driveway, and it was rust underneath it.
Oh, I believe it.
And it's downhill from there.
That's a weird way to get to the rust. Usually you would leave the roof on and go up.
Yeah.
But you guys took the roof off.
Literally in my driveway, peeled the vinyl top
Okay.
off, and it was just fucking bad.
Disaster.
So anyway, I was testing on sills, and by testing, it was me by myself because I didn't really know how to street race, or I didn't really know what street racing was. It was just making passes.
Yep.
I wound up breaking the motor, and that's how I got my name NoBoost, because my motor broke.
Wow. You know, I was actually having a conversation with somebody today, and I always assumed that you went by Tyler NoBoost because from everything from what I remember, the beginning part of your, let's say, career, you were nitrous.
No.
And I thought you were Tyler NoBoost because you were just a nitrous guy. But in fact, the opposite.
Yep.
Wow. Groundbreaking stuff.
Yep. So that was like my first real fast car. I don't even know if it was really fast or whatever. And then I put an LS in it, like a bullshit 6 LQ9.
This is still copper top.
Yeah, PRC heads, this, that, the other thing. I never really had it running right. I sold it to my buddy Pat, who actually still owns the car today.
Yeah.
We put an iron-headed 383 in it, and that's when we started really street racing it and getting into it. When I didn't even own the car, my buddy Pat owned it.
Okay.
And yeah, we did a lot of racing with that thing.
That's kind of really when Long Island popped off.
Yeah, we had the Tabers come down.
You fought the Tabers?
I didn't. I was at the finish line in the winner circle. They were doing whatever they were doing back there.
There's a video of that somewhere.
There definitely is.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yes, David. Well, David didn't even. Oh yeah, he did. Lance said something stupid to David, and David just smacked the glasses.
Oh no, baby Lance!
Yeah, slapped the glasses right off him.
How did the rest work? That's not a good area.
It didn't go good for the Tabers.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, they you know, David, he
quit hitting the thing. You
sorry,
could hear it. You could hear it.
No, David, you know how he is. He gets a little crazy at first, then he calms down.
David's the man.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's the man.
He literally, it was just fucking nuts.
So wait, the copper top ended up 383. Did you say iron head?
Iron head. It had a dart iron head on it, I believe. Yeah, it was a dart iron head. I think we hurt the motor one time, and then what we got going on here?
It's the heat, but dude,
so it had an iron headed the whole time we were racing. It had an iron headed 383, and then I think we were freshening up the motor, and then we wound up putting the motor before I had Little Blue. My brother has a 70 Chevelle that we all know. Yeah. And he had a 383 in that with an AFR aluminum head. So we swapped that out so copper top wasn't down while my brother was away in where was he?
He was military.
Yeah, he was away like in Afghanistan or something. Yeah. So I was storing his car, and it had a
Wait. Did he know you took his motor? Yeah, bullshit. He didn't know.
I swear, he'll tell you.
All right.
He'll tell you.
All right.
So we freshened it up, put that in there for a couple races, and then when his motor was back, we swapped it back and just kept with the program.
Okay.
And then we took that motor and put it in Little Blue, that we all know again.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history.
So then the current car, I didn't even realize this until you just said it. That's the car you brought to Rockingham. It was all copper, orange, copper, whatever. That's where you met your current. I mean, that was like the
first time. Yeah.
Yeah. Your girl, and she made rips in that thing.
No. She made rips in it at ACO.
Okay.
When that was after Rockingham, but that was like the first weekend I really hung out with her.
Yeah. Was that the first weekend out with that car?
With the new motor in it, yeah.
Yeah. Because that was like
that was an all motor car.
408, 427 deal.
No. That was a 450-inch shaft. It was the gangster in there.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
And you ran it on motor.
Yep.
No spray.
No spray.
Huh. Wow, I didn't even realize that was the same car.
When Jeremy owned it, it had a. All right, so we got to go back. You skipped the whole fucking whole mess.
Bring me back, dude.
Skip the whole mess. When Jeremy owned it, it was a 408 with a face-plated TKO 500 or whatever, stick shift.
Sick.
He sold it to our buddy Bobby Rollo. He put an automatic in it, and he was racing it at ACO, this, that, the other thing, going 1030s or whatever. It still went 1030 with the stick shift in it.
Yeah.
Well, not even me.
Here, hold this up. Get this closer to you.
Got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Not even me. Lou, Seti, and Manny Boost.
Yeah.
We all came up with it. This is during like COVID area. We all got together and we're like, yo, let's fucking buy this car. So all three of them guys went partners in the car, and I was racing it.
Okay.
And we probably cleaned up 50,000 on the trunk of trickbag at the time.
Was it named trickbag at the time?
We named it trickbag because I raced Jeremy with that car, and he didn't think we had spray on it.
Who's Jeremy?
The old owner of the car.
Oh,
I raced him with his own car, pretty much.
Right.
He had a Pro-Charge C6, C7 Z06 Vet.
Oh, that's not a good race.
Well, he thought it was on motor, and his car went in the 8s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kicked his fucking dick in.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, a C7 is fast on the track, but I can't imagine they do.
He got to go pretty good on the street.
No shit.
Yeah, he cleaned up a couple people.
Remember?
I mean, he was confident. It was like a $9,000 race.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Turbo Lou? Not this Turbo Lou.
Yeah.
Remember Jersey Turbo Lou? And he what
With the ZR1?
Was it a ZR1?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was.
Yep.
And he had the quarters cut so he could fit 29s in it.
Yeah.
And that car was new at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, he got too much money.
Yeah, I guess so.
So anyway, so we raced it, cleaned up everybody with that car. We literally haven't lost we lost the first race we ever had with that car. Not on purpose, but I tell people it's on purpose because it got everyone out of the bushes.
Right.
We lost one race, and after that, we beat the shit out of everybody, no
Right.
matter where we went. Well, we didn't have to go to Jersey or anywhere. We just stayed on the island, just kicked everyone's dick in multiple times a day. Just
Right.
during COVID, there was no one on the road. We would
Whatever you wanted to do.
don't matter what time it was, 2
Right.
o'clock in the afternoon, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
We're out there fucking racing.
Dude, sick.
We raffled the car. Our buddy got jammed up. One of our buddies got jammed up, so that was only 2 partners. And we raffled the car off, get him scared away. The guy that won the car for like $200, didn't do anything with it, wrapped it, whatever. That dude from Jersey, Jazeer, bought it.
Yeah.
Did whatever, or his cousin bought it, whatever. He had a partnership with it. They did whatever they did, didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Me and Lou bought it
Back.
off of Jazeer.
Okay.
Did a little things here to it, blah, 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 and then that's when we raced it at Rockingham for the Wilkesboro for the first time.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, no. I beat, the first race we had with that was with Tabor.
Of course it is.
Yeah, we beat the shit out of Tabor.
Yep. Chris Tabor.
No, David Tabor.
With what car? Probably with his Nova.
No.
Because he had the Nova a long time ago.
Yeah, I never raced David. I only raced Chris the first time when he had the Mustang. And I raced David when he had, he was driving, I think, I want to say, Shay's car.
Oh.
I think.
The Cobra, the one that burnt?
It was white. No, it was a white car.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, weird.
Whatever it was, I beat the shit out of him.
Right.
I forgot about that. But yeah, that was our first race with it, literally like fucking 4 days after we bought the car.
Just to be clear, I'm going to have Dave on here.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so just make sure your facts are right because he's going to get all worked up.
Nah, he'll tell. He's straight up. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did it turn into the Turbo LS deal that it is now? Because when it was copper NA, it was fully stock suspension, stock tubs, 10-point.
I blew up. No, it was 6-point.
6
Had a mild steel piece. It was all literally bullshit in there. Strange 10 ways, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
We blew up that good motor at Calverton.
The Calverton no prep deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blew the motor up, and then we literally the car was a bare shell. And Lou's like, yo, I want out of it, this, that, the other thing, blah, blah, blah.
This Lou.
Yeah, he's not really.
Our Turbo. The real Turbo
The real
Lou.
Turbo Lou.
Right.
It's like, I think just sitting there, whatever. We did whatever, all the deals, and I wound up, now it's my car.
Right.
So it's just sitting in the corner of the shop, sad, taking parts off for Johnny's car, caster cam replaced, whole front end, just parts are going everywhere.
Right.
I don't know why I got a bug. I had that car for sale for like $7,500. No one would take it.
Well, it's a bare shell Mustang.
No, it had the rear and shit in it, but it was a fucking nice car.
Yeah, you're
Whatever.
taxing. You're taxing.
Well, I mean, a fucking $50,000 winner.
Yeah, all right, fine.
But whatever.
Yep.
So we wound up putting it back together with this when Super Eric came back around. I worked the deal out with him, giving him a blown up motor and some cash for another 408 bullshitter.
Yeah.
Nitrous deal.
Right.
And then
LS.
Nope. Ford.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, carbureted Ford. Man.
Wait. When it was at Rockingham, it was a 450-inch LS.
Yeah. Wait, Rockingham? No, that was Wilkesboro.
Whatever. When
Yeah.
we were
No. What are you talking about?
We're talking about this car when it was copper.
It never had a turbo LS in it when it was copper.
No.
When it was copper.
I'm saying when it was NA.
Never had an LS in it when it was copper.
Oh, so that 450-inch motor that you were just talking about when it was NA was what?
A Ford.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, it had a gangster in it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That thing was way cooler than I thought. Even because I was there when what racetrack were we at? What was it?
Wilkesboro. Yeah, that's when I took the picture. Lance Pinero's.
Yes.
That had like a 450-inch small block Ford in it.
Oh, so I think you had told me it was a 450-inch small block, and I just assumed it was an LS.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, that thing's way cooler. Because you know me well enough, right? Fuck LSs,
I
right?
agree.
I'm just,
agree.
you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
I've seen too many of them. I don't really care anymore. Sweet, dude.
Yeah,
Sweet LS, right?
They suck.
But I'm a big small block Ford guy, and you do
too.
know that also, right? I didn't know. Inline valve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like a Super Victor on it.
I had it had Gliddens.
Dude, that was a cool, that's way cooler than I thought. Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was cool. Fucking, I
So
destroyed that thing. Eric still has that motor, just in pieces.
Why? Did it chuck a rod or something?
It broke the cam and just fucking destroyed everything.
Was it a tall deck? Or was it just a 9.5 deck or something?
I took it out and fucking gave it to him. I didn't even look at anything.
Right.
It wasn't put together right. It just
so then you made a deal with Eric to get a 408.
Yeah, just a shitter, just to drive around.
But wait, a 408 small block Ford?
Ford, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I'm trying to get the timeline right. I went to West Virginia Airport and I fucked up all those guys with that car, just fucking around. I don't know if that had the shitter in it. Well, it's all the same shit. I don't know. And then I got it painted.
The blue.
That's when it went downhill.
You got it painted the blue that it is now. And then when did it go from Ford to LS?
Around that same time.
Why did it go from Ford to LS? Why did you make that mistake?
I don't know.
Because with the money you got in this pile of shit right now, we could be canted valve, small block Ford, Shelby block, dude. And here we are with some pile.
Yep.
Barely making 600 horsepower.
Literally. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it went LS, to be honest with you. It was a carbureted nitrous LS at first. Because it was a legit street car. Back seat, true legit stock suspension, stock gas tank.
Stock tubs.
Stock seats in it, everything. Front seats, no cage, nothing.
Because you cut the 6-point out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And now it's got a nice cage.
Yeah, Nova Joe.
Nova Joe. Shout out Nova Joe.
Yep.
Nova Joe's probably the next person I'm going to ask to come on here.
Yeah. I hope that'd be a good one.
I'm going to have to bait him like I did to you. I'm going to be
to.
like, dude, you should bring the dart back up here. And then I'll hit him.
No, you have to get the Nova up here. We're taking that to down south.
Wait, what Nova?
You don't know he has a Nova?
No, dude. Listen, I'll tell you this.
Hold on here.
I'll tell you this right now. No, he's probably having somebody else tune it. But I'll tell you this right now. Every single time, and I talk to Joe often, right? Mainly about your fucking car, by the way.
I know.
But like I talk to Joe probably once a week if we were to average it out. I learn more every single time. Like I just found out that Nick Schroeder's car, he won RVW in that thing before. I didn't know that. I'm like, wait, was it Schroeder's then?
Nope.
And he's like, no, dude, it was our car. Yeah. And I'm like, dude. And he's like, yeah, I won RVW in 2017. I'm like, I was probably there.
Yeah, he's not. He's a humble guy. He'll never.
I know. I got to get it out of him, dude.
He won't never just come out and say.
Right.
He don't walk around like that. But
no.
He's a bad man.
All right, so
he has a beautiful 70 Nova. It's fucking big block. Fucking sick.
Is it good?
He had it since high school. Like he won a Wally in that car at 15 years old.
Dude, I mean,
it's a sick car, beautiful car.
Really?
Beautiful car. Yeah.
Maybe I have seen it. You know what was crazy when Nova Joe just kicked the dust off? What was that? What did he show up to Yellow Bullet in?
Oh, his dad's Monty.
Dude, blows the dust off the Monty and wins 850 with
kicks
it.
Everyone's dick in.
Dude, wins the whole thing.
Yep.
And if anybody knows anything about the 850 index class, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's a hard class.
Especially at Yellow Bullet.
Yeah.
There was probably, if I had to put a number on it, 6,000 cars for 850 index.
Yeah, probably. Somewhere around there. I think the car count was like 5930.
Dude. Yeah, just an insane amount of cars, dude.
Yeah, but that's not even it. Like he was in the middle of doing all that. He was working on my car.
Yeah.
And you know what we did at my car at Yellow Bullet.
That was, we'll get to that. That was a wild deal.
You know, he was running around. I think we had 3.
Oh, he was working on Chin's car.
Yep. Chow's car was there.
Yeah.
It's just, he was running around like a madman. He got it. The motorhome was locked up. The door broke in the motorhome.
Oh, shit. He was stuck in the motorhome with your girl. Yeah. And you know, the most stressed part about it for him was the fact that he didn't want any shadiness to be going on with him and his girl.
He's like this.
He was so worried about there being some shady like controversy about him being stuck in the motorhome with your girlfriend.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, dude. Do you remember? Are those the same wheels that you were running at Yellow Bullet?
Not those ones.
Do you remember when we found out?
Well, we found out what it was.
Yeah. Oh wait, do I not know what it was? It was the wheels, right?
No, I still have those wheels. Those are on the other car.
Oh, those were the polished ones.
No, those are chrome. Don't disrespect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're chrome.
So what was it?
The wheel bearings.
See, I fucking called it. I called it.
Unconfirmed. I haven't been back to the track yet.
Oh, but you had bad wheel bearings in it.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about, and we'll get into the Yellow Bullet thing in a second because that was a crazy story for Tyler's car. But you know, we were really struggling to get the car to go really to do anything at all. You know what I mean? And
it was impressive for what the car is, but it was just not for what it actually is.
Right. For a car that we literally took off the street and brought to the track, it did what it should have. The car just didn't do what it should have for the amount of hardware that was in it. But the short story of this is that at one point we couldn't figure out why it didn't want to leave, and we got a hold of video. We took a video of the car leaving, and dude, when I'm telling you, the wheel moved in ways that it should have broke off the car, like on the release of the trans brake. Dude, it was, I'd never seen
my car would hop and just like literally move over a tire track.
Right.
And the wheel pop, 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 pop.
And it took like a slow-mo iPhone video to see it. It was, I've never seen anything like it, but it really, I mean, in hindsight, at the time we were motherfucking the wheels up and down. Yeah. But it sounds like it might not have been the wheels.
Unconfirmed. Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out at the end of the month.
Unconfirmed. But the reason I thought of that story was because you were mentioning how Nova Joe was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And I remember, and if you know Joe, Joe's the man, and he's super happy, super approachable guy.
No, hold on, pause. Okay. Joe's never happy.
Joe, okay, he might not be happy, but
he's not even approachable.
He's very approachable.
No, he's not.
Oh, to me, he is. Okay, all right. So he's very nice and happy and approachable to me, I guess. I guess I'm fucking special, apparently. I'm learning right now. But I remember walking up to Joe after he just got the video of the wheel. Buddy, I thought he was going to punch me square in the fucking side of the head. I was like, hey, what's going on with Tyler's car? And he was just like, dude, fuck that thing, fuck. And I'm like, all right, I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
I'll see you later, dude.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yep.
Okay, so you paint it blue. You get basically some slave labor from Joe and have him put in a cage?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet. It was still just a regular street car on nitrous or whatever. I don't think I sprayed it. Then I get a bug up my ass. We get invited to King of the Blacktop, and it turned into a turbo LS. It was a carbureted nitrous LS.
Yeah.
Just a shitter. And then it turned into a turbo Holly Dominator LS, and we have to go to King of the Blacktop in 1.5 days, and it's 10 o'clock at night.
Why do I feel like Scooter's a part of this heavily?
Scooter wired the shit out of that thing.
Yeah, okay. And so that makes sense. And that's the wiring you had up until you just switched from Holly to Fuel Tech.
Exactly.
Okay, so now, dude, that car's been on this dyno. This car,
a lot.
5 or 6 times easily.
A lot.
And every single time we would have a wiring issue.
Well, in Scooter's defense, he wired that thing in 3 hours.
Let me bring it around. Let me bring it around. And I would motherfuck Scooter up and down, dude.
It was mint until we started doing a lot of add-ons because the car had it didn't have any drive shaft sense. It didn't have any sensors. It was just a turbo.
Just a base harness.
Exactly.
Holly,
it didn't have anything.
And I love Scooter, and I'm just fucking around. But, come to find out, it was Tyler's fault.
Everything's my fault.
Yeah, everything's Tyler's fault.
Everything's my fault.
He made the guy wire it in one day.
Yeah, literally. No, one night.
Yeah.
He has a normal job.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that until right now. So, okay. No. Scooter gets the pass. Scooter already had the pass, but whatever.
Yeah, no, that thing never, I always went racing. That thing never skipped a beat.
Yeah, I'll give it that. I mean, dude, it wouldn't be uncommon to just go on Facebook one morning, on a Thursday morning, and be like, oh, Tyler was racing last night, sick. You know what I mean? Okay, so did you win King of the Blacktop?
Fuck no.
No. What year of King of the Blacktop?
Oh, I think it was like 3 years ago. That's when I found out I had engine issues because my previous engine builder is a fucking scumbag.
Okay.
Jeff Casaldo is his name. Stay away from him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're just airing him out like that.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I don't know that guy.
Good.
So who won that King of the Blacktop? Do you remember? Probably Primer Nick with the black car, probably.
I don't think so.
Really?
No. Fuck. I think it was one of the Delaware guys, honestly. Oh, it might have been
Mike Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah, my customer.
Yep.
That was right.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
With the green car.
Yeah.
That was a good car.
No.
I lied.
That car sucked.
That car sucked.
That car sucked. But he got his shit together that one event.
That one night.
After that,
Yep. Coyote car.
he's destroying the tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. That car had some issues. I mean, listen, he's building a new car
Oh, yeah,
because
he's got
of
a gangster coming
Yeah, he's
out,
got a
yeah.
gangster.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I love that kid. I talk to him, so, nerd shit, right? We're both into dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So I talk to him every day. Never about race cars, dude.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Fuck race cars.
Fuck race cars. So, King of the Blacktop, shitter motor.
Yep.
You get your dick
junk.
kicked in.
I'm leaving on 19 to 20 pounds of boost. The thing just makes no power. And the
Oh,
thing's just
wow.
lugging. Blah, fucking shift and bark second. You've seen a fucking race car bark second gear. What the fuck is this?
No! Yeah. That's like 300 horsepower shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
What was wrong with it?
Fucking, what was it? It was a piston rod, LC9, trick flow heads. Yeah, it's fucking sick. It was literally a sick fucking build.
Well, that's the same combo we had in your yellow car.
Well, that was an iron block, but yeah, that thing's gangster.
Yeah, that was just a 5.3 with some heads.
Yeah,
And we went fast with that thing.
that's the motor in Nova Joe's car now.
Oh, that's the same exact motor.
He has a different block, but yeah,
okay.
that's all my shit.
Oh,
But
no way.
Sold it to him, whatever. But yeah, same shit from the yellow car into that.
Oh, well, just so everybody knows now,
Yeah.
Nova Joe's got a killer.
He don't care. It's not a killer.
No,
It's not a killer.
it's not a killer, dude.
But I don't know what exact. Some valve. He did something with the valve train and it's just beating up the guides and
The
guide
engine
broke.
builder.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guides broke. I told him it was floating the valves. He didn't believe me. Oh no, it's good. Blah blah blah. I think it's fucking bag of shit.
Right.
Coming out of a burnout, it dropped the valve and fucking destroyed.
Everything. Yeah, you don't drop valves and get away with it.
Yeah, no.
That sucks.
Nope.
Damn. Is that the reason? Fuck that engine builder. Was it that engine, or was there more to it?
Oh well, he scammed everybody pretty much, and then like I never thought he'd scam me. He scammed me, and that was just
On that motor? Is that
Yeah.
that situation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why? You think he knew it was fucked and he just said fuck you?
No, I don't think he knew, but he just I don't know the right word for it. Not that he knew, but he just didn't care.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so what happened next?
That's.
You can't answer a phone on a podcast.
Not, I just
dude.
fucking.
This is a
denied it.
professional fucking thing, dude. Lou, talk to your boy. I told Lou to get lost, dude. He was making us nervous. I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, I'll hide. He's out of hiding.
I don't know what motor came next. I got to think about this.
There's been a lot of motors in this car, even recently.
I had another local engine builder fix that engine. Ran great, no issues. I wound up selling it.
Let me ask you this. When did I get involved with the car?
The first turbo motor.
The one that was barking second?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I don't think it was ever on a dyno though.
Oh, so you were probably motherfucking me.
Nah, I knew it was
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
junk.
There's
I
somebody
mean,
out there.
I'm here right now,
Yo,
no?
hit me up if you
Never.
heard Tyler talking shit.
Never.
Bang my line, dude. I want to hear about it.
You don't remember the day of the like how the fuck you leaving on 19 pounds?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I
you
do
better go
remember. I do remember I was like in like Florida or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you had got a hold of me, and you're like, basically, you're like, I'm up against a wall. I need you to take a look at this. And I'm like, yeah. And I did a little bit of work on it, but that's as much as I remember.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be like self-sufficient. Like I don't have to rely on people. You know what I mean? Like, I
mean-
learn a lot from you. I learn a lot from Belinsky. Taught me a ton.
Yeah.
And I still go back and forth with him. You obviously, but I can't be like against the wall like I was. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I mean, the most successful racers, especially the street racers and the no prep racers, are the guys that are in there doing it themselves.
yeah, but what if I'm going racing at 1 o'clock? You have kids, a family, and everything. What?
Yeah.
And how I can't? Oh, I can't race. My tuner's not available.
Yeah,
It's
my
just-
tuner's not around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gay as shit.
Right, that does suck.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's one of the big differences between like track racing and street racing. It's like, yeah.
But yeah, and then I had another local engine builder fix or build a new motor or repair it, whatever. I had to get the heads fixed, this, that, the other, the new set of pistons. Ran good. I sold that motor, and then I found a LSR block or motor for sale for dirt cheap. Had him freshen that up, put it in, and that's when I really started trying to go fast.
Right. That's when
when the car fucking
got all fucked off. Right. That's probably really when it turned from like
a street car to
like a really fun street car to just an absolute problem child. Like, dude, this thing has ran us through the ringer in every which way. Dude, at one point, and this is one of the reasons that me and Joe were talking so much. So like the car came here with a good motor, a good setup, made good power, right? There was
1766 it made.
Dude, like, and the three of us, me, Joe, Tyler, were sitting here. It was a nice day, I remember, and it was just like, we're all set here.
Yeah.
This thing's a unit. And the fucked up part was like everything lined up. It was like a 427, a Pro Mod 88, and it was whatever. It had 19 degrees of timing in it, and it made 17 and change. And I'm like, yep, all these numbers add up,
Except for one.
Except for one, right? And so he brings the car home, and then the next day he calls me. He goes, dude, why is my fuel flow like 400 pounds? It was like something ridiculous.
Yeah, like 1,200 horsepower.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even that.
No,
it was like
wasn't.
900 horsepower.
You're right.
Right? And I'm like, that's weird. And that's an easy thing. I'm like, I must have missed like something. Injector size, data, or I got the wrong fuel type in there. That's not. I was like, let me poke around and figure it out. I'm like, nope. This adds
we
up.
didn't even think. Yeah, we didn't think of anything yet. We just like, whatever. The injectors, this, that, the other thing, blah blah blah. But then every time I go to race, I'm getting outran by these fucking stock block pieces of shit.
By other cars I've tuned that make less power on the same dyno.
Yeah. So something's not right.
Right. And then we didn't even figure that out, right? Because the main issue at that point was, dude, do you remember the drive shaft data in that thing?
When it was just
when it would just bunny hop.
Yeah.
Dude, so this car, right? And it's not uncommon to get like an oscillation, like a jump rope in a drive shaft, right? But like eventually you fix it, all right? Eventually you move the 4-link, you move the anti-roll bar, you do spring rates, you do something, right? To like get rid of it. Dude, I'm telling you, I felt like we were being like, I felt like we were on like a race team. Me and Nova Joe, like they would go testing. Yeah. He would call me in the morning. We'd go over like a bullet list of like shit that he tried. Dude, we could not get this thing sorted out. And then I think the only thing that really affected it, and I still haven't even wrapped my head around this, right? I still don't understand this to this day, right? Is that you took away front end travel. And that really was the only thing that affected it. And my only running theory on that is like it was just getting air in a weird way. Because in the classic like gay backside, not gay, but like the backside no prep shit. The thing, he has 7 inches of front extension in the car. So, the car looks normal when it's sitting here, but then when he lets go of the brake, it was basically in a wheelie with the wheels on the ground. And I think just like a Hail Mary, like, fuck it, I'll try it. Like, I didn't have this issue before these struts. He puts the limiters on it, and he tightens the front end down, and it really kind of stopped it from doing it. And now you run the car with not that much travel anymore.
Oh, no, I took them things out, threw them in the garbage.
Yeah.
I got Joe spec'd out a set of AFCOs for me, and it's been in the car ever since.
And it's been good since.
Dialed.
Dude, and like when you want to talk about stress, right? Like when you have a customer that's willing to like put the work in, go testing, like spend the time, and you can't get them results, like that as a tuner is honestly the most frustrating, right? Because like it's easy, right? It's easy when the customer doesn't want to put in the work, right?
Well, it's not even that. What's frustrating for me is You know, I have you in my corner, who's, you know, your resume speaks for itself. You've tuned you know, you got fast cars out there.
Thank you.
Let's be real. You got fucking Tabers, Noah, all them guys, all the guys on the East Coast that, you know, obviously been tuned by you, and you're not an idiot. You got Jamie Miller in your corner. You're not an idiot, even at the track.
Right.
Got Nova Joe, chassis guy, builds chassis, builds pro mods, drives pro mods.
Drives pro
He's
mods.
not an idiot.
Not an idiot.
He's been around this his whole life.
Yep.
Just not an idiot.
Right.
So when I go out there and, you know, I got the best of the best that I can have for the car, and I go out there and it's just a bag of shit.
Dude.
It's just like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. And it makes just, as a circle, it makes all of us look bad. And it's like,
I don't care about looking bad. Maybe you and Joe do a little more, right? But like, to me, where I was going is like, when I have a customer and like, let's say I, like the exact situation with your car, and I'm like, hey man, like, and if you've ever dealt with me, I don't think I know more than anybody else, because I truly feel like I don't, right? But like, sometimes I'll say some shit like, hey man, like, I seen this on this other car, and it had 50-pound springs in it, and we put 80-pound springs in the rear, and it fixed it. And then you don't do that, and then just go out there and continue to just beat your dick into the ground. I don't really fucking feel bad for you.
Yeah.
But in your case, bro, I would like whisper. I'd be like, maybe it's the fucking anti-roll bar. And the next time the car was out, I would have a fucking new anti-roll bar. So when the car's having an issue and you got the guy, the owner of the car, working this hard, and he's got the right parts, the right people, he's putting in the effort, you know, he's buying tires, he's borrowing parts, and you can't get him results, that really taxes me.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's tough, dude.
Definitely sucks.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of decent now.
I don't know.
So when was that? That was with the E85 88 millimeter 427. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
It's with that made 1,766.
But
street racing it, you know, I've won a lot. I've lost a lot of. I've never been absolutely blowed out, except for Primer Nick fucking out-mile-an-hour me by. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, come on, how? That's when I fucking realized. I'm like, yeah, something's got to be wrong, you know.
And Primer Nick's one of my customers.
Yeah, and his car runs good, and on paper, I think my car made more horsepower than his. So
we won't get into numbers, right? But Tyler told you his car made 1760.
Yeah.
Primer's made less.
Yeah. Okay.
Not clearly not significantly less, but it didn't make more. I promise you that.
Yeah. So.
And it's not lighter. It's an F body.
Yeah.
It's a third gen.
Right. They're all around the same. Especially the street racing, they're all around 3,000.
Right. 2,900 pounds. Right.
They're all around the same fucking weight. Don't matter. Yeah, and I out 60 foot everybody, and I just get drove around up top no matter what. So I'm like, something's wrong. I get a bug in my ass. I'm like, all right, let's go to Yellow Bullet. All my friends are going to Yellow Bullet. Let's go to Yellow Bullet. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Put a radial on it. Set the ride height. Set the suspension.
Joe's doing his thing.
Yeah, me and Joe. Joe's working. Joe's telling me what to do.
Right.
Where to put all the bar angles. This, that, the other thing. Set it up. Thing's fucking sick.
Dude, it rolled out into Yellow Bullet.
It's sick.
It looks sick.
It's sick.
I do wish, and I've never said this to you, but I'm just going to say it to you in front of the 30 people that are going to watch this. I wish you fucking kept the normal front end on it until you painted the 4i. You know I'm a 4i guy.
Waiting on Joe.
Don't blame my boy. Don't blow out my boy like that, dude. This is going to be a big famous podcast. You're blowing him out, dude.
Waiting on him. Yeah, and then... we're ready for Yellow Bullet, you know, whatever. I just want to race.
The thing was on the ground, bro.
Grudge racing's dead. Street racing's dead other than shootouts. And even if, you know, you grudge race, it's the same people that I'm going to be in a shootout with. So, like, let's say Primer Nick. I can call Primer Nick right now. Let's race. He don't give a fuck if I go fucking 420s. He's still going to race.
Right.
Tabor. He don't give a fuck how fast anyone goes. We're still going to race.
It's the same cars. And it's all in Jersey.
Yep.
And they're awesome down there, and the roads are unbelievable down there.
If it wasn't for them, I would have raced 0 times last year.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. That's just the way it is.
Because nobody on the island's doing shit.
It's not even that. It's just, obviously that. They ain't doing anything. It's just so much easier. You go down there, you spend the fucking night, you have fun with all your buddies. There's no real drama, even though I like arguing, but sometimes...
No, Tyler likes arguing.
I like arguing sometimes.
Who would have thought?
Sometimes I throw a wrench in there.
Yeah. No, I've never seen it. Dude, one time, little side story, Nutty Money. I've told you this story before. Well, this is your story, so I don't have to tell you shit. But, dude, Nutty Money. I don't know which one. I remember, you know, Tyler's there, whatever. We're not working together at this point. This is before we
I had the
started
red
working.
car.
What, the Trans Am?
No, I had at Nutty Money. I had the red SN95, the red Cobra.
I don't remember that car.
I was there.
Okay, you were there, and the reason I know you were there because we're all talking, we're all bullshitting. Lou was probably there too. We're all talking, we're all bullshitting. I turn around, fucking Tyler's on the ground fist fighting some dude, right? And that's not abnormal, right? Like that's not abnormal, right? So life goes on. It gets whatever. I don't know what happens, right? I see Tyler, whatever. Sometime later, I said, "Dude, what's with you? What's with the fight?" And he goes, "Oh, dude, that was with my boy. We're good." That's what you said to me. We're good. We're all set. We figured it out.
Yeah. Did I tell you why we got in a little scuffle?
Maybe.
Oh, it's great.
Let me hear it. Why are you looking at Lou? Lou, is he an accessory in this murder?
He might have been, actually. We didn't have room in our truck for him.
Okay.
That's why.
So what? Then he showed up and said, I want a square one?
He was mad, yeah.
Okay. and you guys figured it out the old-fashioned way.
That's it, man. Just like me and Tabor did.
Are you still friends to this day?
Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't want to blast him out there.
Do I know him?
No, he raced Ultra a couple. Steve, my buddy Steve.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out Steve.
He's cool.
Listen, I got a ton of respect that if you could throw hands and be cool afterwards, I love that.
Oh, he's big. He'll throw hands. And
That's cool.
He don't hold beef. He'll throw hands. He'll fucking fight me tomorrow after watching this.
Yeah.
He'll be good.
And you'll be good the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sick. So Yellow Bullet, right? So the car. How did we get onto this side story? We were going down a good path, but I know we were talking about Yellow Bullet. We're talking about trickbag.
Oh, so we went to Yellow Bullet and we came up with a game plan. This is where we figure out what the fuck's wrong with my car.
Oh, really?
We're at the track.
Okay.
Like if this thing ain't got mile an hour, ain't got no horsepower.
This is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're like, all right, let's figure it out. I think off the trailer we went. We just put something in there to get down the track. We went like 5.0 or something. We're like, oh, damn, all right, we got something going for us.
Yeah, not a ton of boost.
No, just chilling.
Yep.
And then we went 470s or maybe 480s, but whatever. We ended up going like low 470s, 471 or something.
Okay.
And we're like, all right, on fucking 32 pounds of boost with a 427, making 1,700 horsepower.
Right, but the thing is that it was only going like 150 or something.
Yeah, 150 flat or 151 or something. We're like, this thing's not right.
And the fuel flow.
And I think I went 114 60 foot.
Yeah. It was doing everything it needed to do.
Yeah.
Like in the sense, like we were saying before, like a street race car that we just brought to the track and stuck some radials on. And when I say we, I mean Tyler and Joe.
Yeah.
I didn't do a goddamn thing other than show up, right? So it's just, I don't want to take any credit. I don't know if anybody wants any credit because the thing, was a huge pilot. But so then it's going 150 mile an hour. It's probably at that point.
It's getting tire shake, junk.
It's probably 2,900 pounds. So like 151 mile an hour, 2,900 pounds. That's like 1,100 horsepower. Right.
You need to tell me.
Yeah, and this is like the discussion we're having, like me, Joe, and Tyler, like, on Suicide Watch, right? And so the first thing was the intercooler. Yeah,
I had air to water on it.
He had
brick style. The brick, like a 1,400 horsepower, 1,200 horsepower rated one.
And it was getting hot.
Yeah.
Right? It was getting hot. Yep. And I'm like, we found it, boys. We fucking found it. So he rips the intake manifold off.
No. So before in the day, my buddy Joe bought a set of injectors off of my other buddy Lou for his car.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I went into the back of his truck and I saw that he had the injectors still. And he bought them like 3 weeks ago in his truck, and he was parked right next to my car. I'm like, damn, Joe, you still got these fucking things in the back seat of your car? Oh, no, I'm going to go talk to him about fuel tech. Fuel tech's here, so I'm going to talk to him about the injecters. Maybe I can trade them for like 550s or something.
Yeah, because they're FT720s.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
the ones that are in the car right now.
Yeah. So we're like, oh, man, we got to fucking take this intercooler off, and then we got to make a new charge pipe. I'm like, man, this is too much. And then I look at Derek and I'm like, what if we just convert this thing to methanol right now? He's like, yeah. I'm like, if you can get this thing to run, we'll do it right now. Fuck it. We ripped that thing apart, put those injectors in, made a charge pipe. Shout out to Haley James Racing for.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she welded it up for us.
And his crew guy, Drama, and their welder. Yep.
Yep.
Wait, so we didn't run it on the 85 without the intercooler?
No.
That all happened at the same time.
All the same time. I ripped the ice box out. I sold everything at Yellow Bullet. I took the intercooler
You
off.
sold all that stuff
All that
there?
shit. I sold it all there. I sold the intercooler. I took my buddy Joe's injectors, sold the intercooler, sold the ice box, everything, ripped it out of the car.
And you ended up, and this is fast forwarding the story, you ended up buying the motor that's in the car.
Oh, wait,
we'll save that for the end.
Yeah, you
though.
save that for later.
Yeah.
So long story short, it went 151, same bullshit.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, hold on.
Let's get the details ironed out, right? So it's on E85. It's got a brick intercooler in the intake manifold, like a shear fab or something or whatever. It wasn't their fault. It was just we were asking way too much for it, and so we decided we need to rip it out and run it without the intercooler. But at the same time, we realized that it's got enough fuel pump.
Yeah, it had a 10.0 in it.
It had a 10.0, and so 10.0 is like, if it truly made 1800, that wouldn't be enough pump, right? It would be like fully tapped, right? But we were like, well, fuck it, we'll try it, right? And so we put it on methanol, we put the big injectors in it, we ripped the intercooler out, we go out there, I put a tune-up in it because, 427 LS on methanol, like I've never done 60 fucking 3 of those before in my life, right? So I just pick a tune-up, plug it in, and it goes out there, it goes 151 again, and it's pulling all of the fuel out of it. It's pulling like 33%.
Well, I was supposed to only make a 300-foot hit.
Right. And it's pulling like 33% out of it. So I pull the log, I see this, and I'm like,
dud.
I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, man. This thing just doesn't make horsepower. It's got all the timing in it. Like it had enough to blow up, right? And it just would not run.
Yep.
And we never figured that out.
Nope.
Do you have any idea of what it was?
I think the heads were the restriction. Well, we talk about it the next day. And that's when this all came about.
Oh, that's when this all came about. Because it had Brodix heads on it.
Yeah, the BR3s.
Was it a solid roller or was it hydraulic then?
Hydraulic roller, street motor. It came out of a ZR1 vet that just had freshened up pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in the staging lanes making a qualifier hit, and
I'll tell you.
I'll
tell you this story because this is, I don't know, this is a weird story. All right, so I'm there. I'm working on probably 5 cars there, right? So I'm kind of all over the place. I got a scooter. I'm scooting hard, right? And so I'm working on Chris Mayer's car. Unbelievably nice car. It's a notch Mustang. The thing sits on the ground, equal length, 4-link. It's got the Tin Soldier's low prep 4-link, but it's got the traditional 4-link brackets in it with the shorter upper arm, but not as short as the stock Mustang. Dude, it's got the rocker panels 3 inches off the ground. This thing is an unbelievable car, right? And so it had the motor that's in Tyler's car. Can I tell the specs?
You can, but it's not the same motor.
It's not the same motor.
No. But
it was a solid CID head. Was Chris's block aluminum at the time?
Nope.
It was iron block. We had a 106 or a 107 millimeter on Chris's car. And so we had been testing Chris's car, and it was showing some good promise. And so we roll Chris's car out of the trailer for Yellow Bullet, like testing on fucking Monday, because you're at Yellow Bullet for literally a week, right? And off the trailer, like, it was something crazy. It was like 19 pounds of boost. It goes like 450 flat at 155 mile an hour, right? And I'm like, damn. I'm like, this thing on 50 pounds of boost is going to go like teens, right? At like 180. Every time I turned it up, it just printed that ticket from 19 or 20 pounds all the way to like 45 pounds. It went 450 at 150, whatever the number was, right? It never went faster. And then eventually it lost oil pressure, right? And this is throughout the course of like 4 days, right? And at one point, like, I got so much fuel out of it and so much timing in it just to try to make some horsepower that it takes the strap off of a plug, right? Like I'm not being easy on this thing. And eventually it basically broke the oil pump and it loses the oil pressure and our weekend's over. So then fast forward to what Tyler was saying. We're in the staging lanes. He's about to make another 470 at 150 fucking mile an hour, like bracket car bullshit, right? And he's talking to me. He's literally geared up, sitting in trick bag. Like we're at Cecil. He's halfway down the hill. He's looking at me and he's like, "What is wrong with my fucking car?" And I said, "Listen, man, I don't know, right? But I can tell you that those cylinder heads, those Brodix heads are nothing but trash. I don't care what anybody tries to tell me. Shout out Kenny Dangler because he's going threes with those piles of shit. But I don't know how he's doing it. But he's the fucking man. But besides that, Brodix sucks, right? And I'm like, Brodix sucks for LS heads. They might make a nice other shit. I have no idea. But I'm like, hey, man. We just blew the Chris's shit straight up, but he's got the cylinder heads in the top end that you want. He's got a nice billet intake manifold and everything.
Hit him up.
I'm like, hit him up. He's in the staging lanes while I'm telling him this, and so that's what you did.
Oh, I did.
So go on, tell me the rest of the story because like it was like the next day
after my pass. I hit him up. Yo, what are you doing with that? Oh, I don't know. I'll let you know in a little bit or whatever. And so he hit me back up. Yo, what do you want to do? I actually just sold a car that I had, so I'm like, yo, I'll drop that car off and come head to you right now.
This is the next day.
Right after Yellow Bullet, a day after Yellow Bullet.
The day
He's
after
like, all right,
Yellow
take
Bullet.
everything. Gave me a killer deal. I took everything that he has. He said, give me, take everything I have LS related.
Right.
He gave me everything.
Because, like, so me and Chris, you know, I didn't know Chris's car was built. He had finished the car and then brought it to me to tune it, so I wasn't involved in the build process. But, again, if you know me, fuck LSs, right? And, you know, he's a small block Ford guy and kind of, I don't know what happened, but I feel like he got peer pressured straight up into doing a turbo LS.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Probably Carl Pritz's fault.
I don't know.
Fucking KP, right? So, you know, he shows up to my dyno and he's telling me, he's like, I'm a small block Ford guy. I'm like, damn, you fucked up.
He definitely is. He had a beautiful hatchback.
Dude, and so he's showing me all this, and I'm like, why do you have this fucking boat anchor LS in it? So, anyways, throughout the entire process, this is a couple years that I've been tuning his car at this point, and you know, I've always been bugging him like, put a small block Ford, put a small block. So when it broke the oil pump at Yellow Bullet, it was small block, Cannon Valve small block Ford. Here we go, and that's what's going in the car right now.
Yep.
So that's how Ed Tyler ended up with that.
So yeah, I took all his shit, brought it to my current engine builder, Eric, Super Eric, SE Race Engines, fucking
smart guy,
fucking dialed.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
So I took my aluminum block, my crank, used his rods. I got new pistons.
Aluminum rod deal.
Yeah. Freshened everything up. Trying to think what else I did. That's pretty much it. You know, I just mismatched my shit with his shit, this, that, the other thing, and put it in the car. Eric did all the machine work. Fucking 3 days later, I had a motor in my car.
Right.
Ready to go racing.
Ready to go racing. So we thought.
No, I went racing.
Yeah, you did go racing. But then, you know, so the car comes here, and at that point, it's still on Holly.
No. And you never tuned that car with that motor in it on this dyno.
What do you mean?
You never did.
What are you talking about?
I was racing that car. And I never brought it to the dyno yet. So I've been racing it, street racing it, everything, and it's still down on mile an hour.
I don't know if this is true.
Yep. So it's still down on mile an hour.
So you're telling me the motor you bought from Mare...
Yes.
And never made it to the dyno?
We never dynoed it.
But it's here now. It's been here before.
Yeah.
But you're saying you finished it, put it in the car, didn't come to the dyno, went racing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember
on Holly.
My first race with that car was at upstate when I won the that streetcar class against Don Curtis.
Okay.
It was during the prime season where I didn't have time. You didn't have time to get it on the dyno or nothing, but you said it was close enough. We'll do whatever.
Right.
So you tuned it remotely, and it was pretty spot on. Never had any issues, but it still never had 90 mile an hour.
Right.
But I never really went to the track. Never really cared. I won a lot of races. I've lost just by barely, so I really wasn't worried. But it still had no mile an hour.
Right.
But I only had draggy, and I don't really believe draggies.
Right. And just so everybody knows, the guys that don't street race or no prep race, right? Like the smallest things can change your mile an hour, like by like 15 mile an hour, right? Like it's not like this groundbreaking shit. Some cars, David Tabor's car, will just put up big mile an hour everywhere it goes.
Crazy.
But like you can take a car that goes 155 on no prep and go 135, like with the same tune-up.
Yep.
Like very easily.
Yep.
So to Tyler's credit, like you can't really just look at your draggy.
Yeah, and just be like,
like it's down on power. You can at the track for sure, but
yeah. So I mean, it had more power than my last motor, so I was happy with it. Everything's fine.
Holly still.
Holly still.
Yep.
So my car was sick. I didn't touch it for however long. Still racing it, blah, 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 working, things sitting in the corner. There's a dyno day coming up.
My dyno day.
No, dyno day, local dyno day by my. So, yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah. So I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to go there, swing my dick around and fucking make $1,500, no problem.
Show these pussies what's up. Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, fucking tools, dude.
Go there.
What's it make, dude? Tell them.
I go there, fucking thing sounds sick. How sick does that thing sound?
First of all, it's got the sickest idle. I'll tell a story about the idle in a second. Right.
Ever. So that thing's fucking sick. I got fucking 400 people around my car, fucking whatever.
Bad motherfucker.
Bad,
dick hitting the floor,
fucking,
dude. Yeah.
Go there, fucking makes like, I don't even know, makes like 1050.
I don't think it cracked 1,000 because
yeah, maybe not. I think it may. The first pass it didn't. I'm like, oh, something's wrong with this guy. Something's wrong with this guy's dyno.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all right, I'm going on the computer. I'm like, oh, everything looks pretty good. Let me turn it up a little bit. Actually, you still had the fucking misfire. Now I'm thinking about it.
It's got to be these coils.
So anyway, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Still a misfire. That's weird. Turn it up a little bit. No way, this guy's dyno's fucked up.
Right.
Fucking hit it again. It barely cracks 1,000. I'm like, holy shit, man, that's fucked up. I'm like, I guess I got to get back to work. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I'm calling my engine builder. I'm calling Joe, calling Derek. I'm like, man, we got some work to do, guys. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
So,
and once again, the Tyler, Joe, Derek collab engages, dude. We're fucking conference called in. You know
so we're like,
mean?
all right, you know what? Maybe it was just a fluke or whatever. So I rent this other guy's dyno down the road, fucking Chris, white boy Chris. He's awesome. Yeah, bring it by, no problem. Like, all right, maybe it's this guy's dyno, man. Right. Let's do whatever.
Yeah, because they're notoriously unreliable.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Something's fucking wrong. I can't find anything wrong with my car. So whatever. Maybe I think I found out why I was broken up. I don't really remember. Whatever. So put it on the dyno. Now Nova Joe's there. It was just me and Lou at the other dyno, and that was it.
Right.
I wasn't making a spectacle out of it. Just made a couple pulls and left.
So the second time
we're on White Boy Chris's dyno when we went live with you.
Well, I was remoted in working with Joe. Got it. Go on.
So so make a hit, turn it up. It's not breaking up, and it's still making no fucking horsepower.
Right.
Sick.
Right.
Pull the plugs out, and there's no timing, no fuel, no fucking nothing on there.
Right. It never ran.
Never fucking ran.
Right. When you take a motor that should be making 2,000 horsepower and split it in half, they tend to come out pretty cold. Yeah.
So, what'd you find? Oh, wait, no. So now I'm fucking spazzing out. The things Derek had to put, what do you put? You had to put, I think you added 8 degrees or some bullshit and took all the fuel out of it to see what it would do. And it didn't pick up anything. Picked up like 20 horsepower.
Which is crazy. Shit I would never, ever do, right? Like, you do this long enough, and Tyler's honestly probably been doing it long enough where he could probably look at a tune-up and be like, yeah, for a small block Chevy or for an LS, you're in the ballpark, right? Like, so when you get like that far outside of like what it should be, what you think it should be, you personally, I got to start looking at other stuff, right? So I don't even remember what I found at this point.
We didn't find anything. We found it was just fucked.
Oh, yeah.
So then that was around the time where I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of interference issues with the Holly because we just kept adding on. So I'm going to switch to Fuel Tech or whatever. So Nova Joe's like, before you do anything, I got to go to your shop. All right, come on by. So we go to the shop.
Oh, I don't know if I know this.
Oh, yeah. He puts his little fucking piston stop in. He's like, I got to verify timing.
Wait, this was when it was on the Holly?
Yeah. Yep. So we're going, he's fucking does it, go forward, backward, and he's like, all right, let me check that again. Forward, backward, and he's like, I'm going to check this one more time. Go forward, backward, and then I have my engine builder coming too at the same time because he just wants to go over the valves because we thought it was floating the valves at the time.
So wait, hold on. This was like Christmas morning or something ridiculous.
It was close. Yeah, it was somewhere.
No, I remember because I talked to Joe on a holiday and he had texted me late the night before and he's like, and he told me what he found, what you guys found. And he's like, don't worry about calling me. I know like you're spending time with your
yeah.
family, dude. I remember getting up at like 7:30 in the morning, seeing the text, immediately calling him.
Yeah.
And he picked up.
So before Joe even said anything, Eric comes walking in, and he's a fanatic, a big nerd with the engine. So
Which is what you want for an engine guy.
100%. I'm not knocking him. I mean, I'm just let's just do it. And I don't need an explanation. I don't need the scientifical reasons
Just
why.
tell me what's wrong.
Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what I need to buy.
Right.
So he's going through it, and he's like, all right, let's check your valve springs. Check the valve springs. Valve springs wound up being fucking toast. So like, all right, cool. Valve springs are fucking
Yeah, you're
junk.
like, great.
Perfect. Found the issue.
Found the issue.
They're like 200 pounds less on the seat than they should have been.
Right. Good.
Perfect.
Great.
So, or more like 80. I'm over exaggerating.
Whatever.
But so Joe finds that my fault.
Yeah, 100%.
100% my fault.
I'm going to make sure he's completely transparent about this.
Eric did all the machine work and overlooked me assembling my engine. And
Right.
he hooked me up big time, and I did everything. And I was in a rush to put my engine together to make some no prep Calverton thing
Right.
that Eric was going to kick my dick in anyway because he went way faster than I ever did on that surface.
Sick.
So,
Eric, the engine builder.
yeah,
What does he have for a car?
he has a fucking sick Mustang.
What?
Yeah, he's pretty fucking
All right.
small block Ford.
Oh, love that already.
So,
love that for him.
Yeah, he had a Neil-headed fucking aluminum small block Ford. in that
No
thing.
way.
Yeah. So anyway, found out the springs were not Eric's fault. I put my engine together and I just fucking took it out. So I put my cylinder head on and I didn't verify timing while the head was off.
You know so much better.
I do.
Yeah.
And as I was torquing the last fucking head stud, I'm like, I fucked up.
No, you're full of shit. I'm calling bullshit
No,
right
I
then
said
and
that.
there.
But I said, hey, it's got a timing pointer on. I can adjust it to whatever. So I put the timing pointer where I thought it was when I used Chris's timing pointer. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And I fucking verified it.
With a different
light.
engine block than Chris had.
Yeah, but the pointer setup I'm talking
Different
about.
engine block.
Different everything.
Yeah, different everything.
So whatever. So I put it on where I thought he had it because the balancer still goes on the same way.
Right, because it's keyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
because it's got a nice crank in it.
I'm like, all right. I fucking verified timing. Everything's sick. Fucking lines up. Cool. Fucking Joe fucking checks everything. It's 12 degrees off.
Yep.
Retarded.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah.
Good for me.
Yeah, well.
And then we found on the pointer that it was Chris notched it because it had to go on the other side of where the bolts are.
Yeah, I remember him calling me and being like, that idiot.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
So then that was around the time that I'm like, you know what? Let's just fucking put fuel tech in it.
And just to be clear with everybody watching, because I know the stigma, right? The rumor is I hate Holley and I love fuel tech, and there are parts of that are true, but let there be no mistake. I tune 10 times more Holley than I tune fuel tech. So
because Holley's just more user friendly.
And yeah, there is the perfect applications for Holley. I just don't think when you're talking about big injector methanol, like really fast shit, I would prefer, if you're going to have me tune it, I'd rather have it on fuel tech.
And that's probably the only reason why I went to fuel tech.
But my point to all that is I did not ask you to put it on fuel tech. I just wanted you to rewire the fucking car because it was a disaster because you made Scooter do it in 4 hours. Mm-hmm. Right.
100%.
I never
figured, I mean, not for nothing, you gotta think of it this way. The top tuners don't tune Holley, like at the track. Think about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Prestons going fast as shit.
They are 100%
with Holley.
100%. But I don't fuck with the Prestons.
Right,
you know?
right. You're not talking to the Prestons.
Exactly.
Right. Yep.
So, shout out to them. They're fucking flying.
Dude, with everything they touch.
Everything.
Yeah, they're talented. Yeah. They're
but
nice too.
If I want, let's say you're not at the track and Jamie's at the track.
Right.
He's going to be like, oh, you got Holley on that. Even though I know he can, he's not going to want to. He's not familiar with it.
It's just not worth it to him to get involved.
Exactly.
Right.
So now that if you're not at the track and I'm having fucking some sort of stupid issues,
right.
I can know either Jamie can help me or whoever he's with has a part that I need, like an O2 Nano or something like that. Right. You know what I mean? Well,
and Fuel Tech's always going to be at the track.
That's true.
And then, not to just keep on sucking on Joe, right? But Joe's Dart is also on Fuel Tech, and he's also familiar with Fuel Tech.
And so is Scooter's car. So
Wait, Scooter's car's on Fuel Tech?
His LTD is, yeah.
Since when?
Since he got it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so now we have Scooter's, Joe's and my car on Fuel Tech and Scooter's yellow car is on Holly, but it don't matter.
Yeah, no, it
so
doesn't
we figured
matter.
we keep the cars all kind of the same, you know.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Yeah, so.
I mean, you got to use what makes the most sense for you, right? Like like sometimes that's Haul Tech. You know what I mean? Like some groups of people, they use Haul Tech. I personally think if you have a Haul Tech on anything but a fucking RB26, you're a fucking retard, right? But, dude, I mean, Barnhill, you know, will tune Pro Mods on Haul Tech. So who am I to say it doesn't work? So yeah, that's pretty sick. All right, we've gone for an hour. It's late. I am now hungry, Lou. So
yeah, but you didn't get to the nitty. We're not at the end though.
Oh wait,
put it on Fuel Tech. We still have fucking issues because Fuel Tech sucks.
Oh yeah. So
well, hold on. So we found out that it made.
Oh, did I just cut the whole deal short?
Yeah, he just fucked it all up.
Oh, I don't know. You were sitting back like you were trying to leave.
12 degrees retarded.
Yep.
Fix all that. Put it on Fuel Tech, and we come to the engine dyno. Now we're on your dyno. And what happened?
So this is from what I can remember, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. So the motor, as far as like the camshaft, I know the camshaft position's a little bit different, but I think it's the same cam, right? I know Eric did a little degreeing a little bit differently than when Chris had it. And the same cylinder head, same intake manifold.
Different springs.
Different springs, but as far as like what I need to know as far as like
same
tuning
shit.
it, same cubic inch, all that. So I basically had all the data I needed. And we had Chris's car on a 98, we had Chris's car on an 88, a 106, and maybe a 98 in between there. So I had a bunch of data from Chris's car. And so it comes here, and you know, it's basically just a checkup because it's basically the same exact car, just in a different VIN number, right? It's still a notchback, right? And so it comes here, I plug in the data, and at first it was dead on, right? Because
no, you've missed the whole thing. It wouldn't idle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. So classic Tyler, he rushes up here, we fire it up, it's chugging fucking methanol out the pipe, right? Literally just spraying against my wall, right? Like I was certain that the injector was stuck open, which is a day ender because they're Fuel Tech injectors, and you know you're not getting those. You can't service them, right? So I'm like, oh, we're shot. Let's go get some dinner, right? And he wouldn't quit. So I usually have my buddy's Nova right here where we're doing this podcast. So we start ripping parts off this car, fucking. And didn't he show up?
No, he didn't show up this time.
He always shows up when I fucking steal parts off his car, right? So we're taking coils, plug wires, all sorts of shit off this car to try to get this thing sorted out. And it ended up being one of his plug wires. All right, great, right? So we start making pulls, and I remember it being spot on with Chris's car.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
Yep.
It was like, whatever, 10 pounds made 1,000, and like, Chris sent you all the dyno sheets. I didn't. I had the data, but you had them handy, and it was like, "Yup, perfect." And then that's all I really remember.
We had a misfire
The whole time, or just when we got to the bigger boost.
No, it still had a slight misfire.
And fast forward. Well, so you really haven't done much with the car since then.
Well, it's been wintertime.
Right, so that was probably what
2 months ago.
That was like 2 months ago, right?
Or a month ago.
It seems longer than that, but who knows, right? So the car goes home back to Long Island, and I don't see it or hear from it or Tyler. I always talk to Tyler, but I don't see the car. And then today he calls me up just out of the blue, and he's driving his fucking car around. Which, you know, now that I say that out loud, what are you doing driving that thing right now? There's so much salt on the road.
It's fucking street car, man.
Yeah, okay. So he calls me up and he's just talking to me about his car, and I'm like,
well, I'm getting ready to go to World Series of Pro Mod, Little Gangsters class, 5:30, whatever it
5:30
is.
breakout.
Yeah, whatever it is.
which is basically a 530 index.
Yeah, 10,000 a win on top of buying. How do you not go?
Well, I mean, listen, the way it's running right now, it's probably only going to go 530s.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you might be dialed in.
I'm in.
Pin the wastegate shut,
Yeah.
maybe it'll go 530.
So I'm like, all right, I got to kind of get ready for it. I know my car is pretty good. I didn't really, I changed a couple things here and there. So I'm like, all right, let me drive it down the road, make sure it's good. Drive it, beat the fucking shit out of it, makes 0.0 pounds of boost. I'm like, that's weird. Let me turn the bottle on. Turn the bottle on, no change. All right, cool. Fucking park it, All right, see you later. I fucking leave. Come back this morning. Take the charge pipe off. I call Derek. Derek, let me ask you a stupid question. I already know the answer to. Why does my car make no boost? Very simple, easy question.
Tyler NoBoost.
Makes nothing.
0.0. I'm like, first thing I said, map sensor's off.
Yeah, everything's good. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I take the charge pipe off. I'm like looking at it. Everything looks fine. And he's like, yo, why don't you come here? I'm doing this stupid podcast thing. I'm like,
It's not stupid. It's cool.
I said, Derek, I'll load my car up right now. Let's go. He's like, all right, come on. All right, cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
So all I did was put the charge pipe back on it, and it makes boost.
Yeah. So he brings the car here, and we load it up on the dyno. We make the first hit. I think it makes 12. 12 pounds of boost. It made just under 1,100. It made like 1080 or something.
I thought it made a little over 11. I made whatever,
right? Spot on.
Yeah.
We're like, great.
Fucking dialed.
We're fucking dialed, dude. Let's just double the boost real quick and get the fuck out of here, right? And so I turn it up. Thing's a bag of dicks. Makes like 1,300 horsepower, 22 pounds of boost, right?
Sick.
And audible misfire. You can see it in the data log. It's kicking the O2 sensor offline. So that's where we're at now, right? But,
yep.
If you guys want to hear the nerd shit, and some of you guys do, right? Because like some of you guys have been asking me to do some nerd shit. I had a sneaking suspicion that it was something to do with ignition load. That makes me sound way smarter than I am. 9 times out of 10, when you have a breakup, it's something to do with the ignition, right? Plug gap, broken plug wire.
Yeah, we changed all that though.
So we changed all that. And in a last ditch effort, right after I got done motherfucking Eric for building a pile of shit, which isn't true, and I'm joking.
I'm like, let's just turn the dwell down. It
wasn't your fucking idea, dude.
What?
Dude, suck it. Are you kidding me? Lou.
I said, yo, let's turn the dwell down. Oh yeah.
You were looking at that is a pure fabrication.
I said, what's the dwell at? You said 8.
You said, what's the dwell? No. You were looking at the laptop, and I said, hey Tyler, what's the dwell? I knew what the I thought I knew what the dwell was because I put the fucking tune-up in the car, right? And it was 7.96 milliseconds, right?
I said, well, why don't we turn it down? That's not a bad idea.
Well, what you said
Let's try it.
What you said was on Holly, we used to only run like 5 or 6 milliseconds.
Yeah.
And I should have immediately said, well, it misfired on fucking Holly too, so shut up, right? But instead I said, fuck it, we'll turn it down, right? So I turn it down from 8 milliseconds, which you can dwell in IGN-1A when it's properly wired, to 8 milliseconds all day long, every day of the week, right? So I turned the dwell down to, I think, only 6, right? Which I should have gone lower.
I think it was 5. Oh, whatever.
Maybe 5, right? And we make another pull. It picks up 80 wheel, and it misfires audibly a lot less, right? Still has a misfire, still down on power for 22 pounds of boost, right? But, I just thought that was a very, very interesting. I'm going to have to remember that the next time I think I get something.
Revelation?
So, yeah, because, like, in my mind, like, and somebody smarter than me is going to listen to this and say I'm fucking way wrong, and that's fine because I probably am. But, I turn the dwell down and I take some of the ignition load away from it, and whatever compromised part, whether that be the plug wires or the wiring that's feeding the power to the coils, is less taxed, and it clearly doesn't need 8 milliseconds of dwell to make 1,500 horsepower. And I never thought it did, right? But it's just easier to just make the map idle at 5 or 4 milliseconds and then just let it roll into whatever you're going to dwell it at, right? Because the reality of the matter is that it's going to leave on 10 pounds of boost and go to 40, right? So like, why have a sliding? It doesn't need to be. Just get the dwell in the fucking thing, right? This situation's making me rethink that, but so taking it away just freed it up a little bit. So to me, based off of experience, as much as I do love Fuel Tech, right, I do think, I don't know if I should say this, right, I don't like using their plug-and-play harnesses for a couple reasons. One of which is that it only uses 140 amp relay to power 8 coils. And if there's one thing I've learned along the way is that that's not enough amperage for 8 IGN-1As when you're trying to dwell the shit out of them, right? So my hope is that, it's either a plug wire a weak coil or coils or plug wires. But more, what I think it's going to be is I think we're going to need to break out the coil power circuit from the harness and just make a gnarly harness. Because if you look at like any of the cars that are wired from scratch, they have 2 relays, big ass wires. You know, it's only the plug and play harnesses, the Holley harnesses and the Fuel Tech harnesses that use a single 40 amp, which is fine for LS coils on E85 and gasoline. So I'm hoping that's where it is. I think the tune-up's close enough where if he fixes it, he could probably just make rips and, you know, draggy it, send me data logs, look at drive shaft data and whatever the case may be, and we'll figure out if it's down or up. But we'll see. I mean, it's a 530 index, so I don't really know.
That'd be good.
I don't know if we're going to be able to tell because you're only going to be able to run the car on like 10 pounds of boost.
It probably has like 3 days of testing anyway.
That's true. Yeah, that's true, right? So you could just do a couple test hits, go fast.
Yeah.
Are you going there on radials?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. What, do you know the run order? Because if they run you after Pro Mod, you might not want a radial.
I couldn't even tell you.
You know, to be honest with you, when you're trying to go 530, you could definitely run a radial no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro bracket on it and send
Yeah,
it.
yeah. A Pro bracket would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So is that it now?
I think so.
I think so.
I think that's it. This car's still a bag of shit ever since I painted it.
Yeah, instead of trick bag, we call it shit bag.
Yeah.
I just made that up right now. That's a really great name for it, though.
Yep.
All right, well, sick, dude. Podcast number 2, hour and 15. People have been saying that I'm the fucking Joe Rogan of car podcasts, so that's pretty cool. Nobody's ever said that. I just made that up.
Sick, Joe Rogan.
Thank you. So thanks for coming in.
Yes, sir.
All right, goodbye.